So I know that you're a fan of the Thomas Sowell quote where he says, there's no solutions, only trade-offs. And this is something, in a roundabout way, that same concept is probably one of the most meaningful things that I've learned this year. What does that quote mean to you, or how have you reflected on that?
Well, especially from a leadership perspective, that's kind of where I talked about it for the first time. How the heck did you hear that quote from me? I don't know when I've said that. I guess I did some podcasts about it, but yeah, it's very helpful to people's mindsets, I think. And that's when I talked about that, it was primarily to help people see that you're looking for a full-on solution to this problem, and there's probably not a full-on solution that's going to satisfy every aspect of this scenario. So what you have to do instead is you have to look for what's the trade-off going to be. I'm going to win a little bit here, I'm going to lose a little bit there, but overall, it's going to move me in the right direction. I think it's a good thing to understand, as opposed to going through life thinking that you're going to find a 100% solution, because it's not going to exist. So you're going to have to make trade-offs in life.
Douglas Murray came on the show and he was talking about this story from Christopher Hitchens, where Hitch told him that in life we have to choose our regrets. And what he meant by that was the fact that opportunity cost demands that you're going to have regrets. And I'd always thought that regrets were a bug, not a feature of life. I didn't realize that they were baked into the literal fabric of how we exist. So you could make the perfect decision.
Yep.
And still look back and have regrets about not making the other one, simply because of that open loop that we were talking about before.
Yep. You
don't know what the other thing could have been. And I was like, okay, so well, that's interesting that regrets are a feature, not a bug. But what does it mean that you need to choose them? Okay, well, given the fact that regrets are baked into the fabric of life, when you're making a decision, one of the things that you need to consider is, which of these regrets can I live with? And which of these regrets can I not live with? And that there's no solutions, only trade-offs thing speaks to the same energy.
100%. Do you own a house?
Yes.
So when a real estate agent told me this years and years ago, when you're looking at a house, there's going to be shortfalls. There's going to be problems with the house that you're looking at. And whether it's going to be, even if it's the perfect house, well, that means it's going to cost a ton. So that's the trade-off that you're going to make. And so what you have to do is you have to break down, like what you just said. Hey, listen, I wanted a bigger yard, but this one has a huge garage. I'm going to go with it. You just got to figure out those trade-offs. There's no solutions. You're not going to get the perfect house until you build one. And even when we build one, guess what? You're going to look at it when you're done and you're going to say, I should have moved this wall 24 inches to the west, right? It'll eat you up.
What's happening, people? If you enjoyed that, then press here for the full unedited episode. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace.